Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dave's Top 3,000 Songs of the Rock Era. Today I'm up to song number 2246. And that one is Arthur's Theme, subtitled Best That You Can Do by Christopher Cross. This came out in 1981. Here's a picture of the single, and was also released on the soundtrack to a very popular movie called Arthur, which the song is based, was the theme song to the movie. And here's a picture of the movie poster. I haven't seen this movie in years. I saw it when it came out. I've seen it a few other times. It's okay. It's a great movie, but But anyway, I'm going to start by featuring a sample of this song and react to it. So here it goes. Once in your life, you find her. Someone who turns your heart around, and next thing you know, you're closing down the town. Wake up and it's still with you, even though you left your way across town. Wondering to yourself, hey, what have I found? When you get caught between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true. If you get caught between the moon and New York City, best that you can do, best that you can do is fall in love. Okay, that's the first verse of Arthur's Theme by Christopher Cross. I think it's a really pretty song. I think the song probably better than the movie, but anyway, it was actually one of two number one songs for Christopher Cross. He didn't have a lot of big hits, but he did have a couple number ones, and I already featured the other one of his. That was Sailing, and that was number 2416. He also had another big hit, just missed the top spot, called Ride Like the Wind. That one's coming up later on my list. But anyway, I think that's enough said about Christopher Cross. I already did a feature on him with my first song I featured, Sailing. He was an okay singer. Not one of my favorite artists, but, he did a few good songs, including this one. And I think that's pretty much everything I have to say about him. I want to talk a little bit more about this movie, Arthur. I haven't seen it in several years, like I said. But I remember when it came out in 1981. I was just starting college at the time, and I thought it was a okay movie. I do like at least at the time, I liked Dudley more. I don't know why. But he was a pretty good English actor. He was the guy who played Arthur. He played a multi-millionaire. He falls in love with a poor woman, and man, I'm not going to give away the whole story because you guys want to see it. Liza Minnelli plays the woman he's interested in, but his family wants him to marry this other really rich woman, this rich heiress, and he doesn't want to marry her, and he's a playboy. I mean, and the main thing I remember in this movie, there was one scene I really loved. It was early on in the movie where I guess the very beginning of the movie, he was drunk all the time. He really very carefree guy, just did whatever he felt like, and he could afford to do so. And I guess one night he was out, and he met a woman. It turned out to be a prostitute, a hooker, and since he was throwing money all over the place, he threw $100 at her, which I guess was sort of the going rate. It was her rate anyway, and so she thought he was picking her up. They had sex with her as a hooker. And then they went out to dinner, and then she told him that she was a hooker, and he's surprised. He's like, "You're a hooker?" In front of everybody in the restaurant. I just thought it was a hilarious scene. Maybe you guys remember that. I don't know. But anyway, otherwise not a really great movie in my opinion. And Dudley Moore, he's been in better movies than this. I think my favorite movie of his, he was in the original 1967 version of a movie called Bedazzled, which I think is a really great movie. It's the story of Mephistopheles. Basically, he meets the devil played by Peter Cook, and gives him seven wishes in exchange for his soul. And there was a remake of that movie in 2000 starring Elizabeth Hurley, which I actually liked better. But I mean, who could resist Elizabeth Hurley? I might even sell my soul to her if I have the chance. But anyway, enough of that. So I guess that's everything I have to say about Arthur's theme by Christopher Cross. So thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time. Bye.